Roommate steals all my money? You robbed the wrong guy, buddy. Just a quick history to set the stage. At a younger age I moved from Chicago to Baltimore to take a job with the federal government. When I started, I hit it off with a couple guys, who've since become my best friends. We all lived together for about 5 years until one by one we started moving on, getting married, etc. One guy, we'll call him John, left our place of employment to take a job as a Secret Service agent. As everyone went their separate ways, I thought I'd make a smart decision as a young professional and buy a house in 2007 right before the financial collapse. Needless to say, immediately after buying I was upside down big time and struggling. I had some other coworkers move in, but they only lasted about a year before abruptly moving out, leaving me scrambling to find a roommate, and thus setting the stage for my revenge story. I ended up posting on a bunch of venues to find the new roommate. One guy ended up far and above the best option. We'll call him Russell. Russell was a military vet, who had served a couple tours downrange, and was now a sous chef at a local restaurant. He was easy to get along with, so I pulled the trigger in haste without doing the proper checks I should have, primarily due to being in a desperate financial situation. The first sign something was off was when Russell moved in. He came with just a couple boxes and a TV, no bed, furniture, etc. The next clue came from me chatting him up about his time in the military. On the surface he could talk the talk, but as I got more nuanced, his answers became more, well, wrong. He claimed to be a former Ranger, so he would have known the topics discussed. The final clue was the classic one. He started making excuses for rent payment on month 2. By this time I knew something was not right, so I politely told Russell to move out, which he did immediately. Once gone, I went to Home Depot to buy new locks, and much to my surprise my debit card didn't work. Come to find out, Russell had stolen a checkbook and cleaned me out. Every cent I had in my account was gone. At this time I'm feeling a mixture of anger, fear of not being able to pay my mortgage, and disappointment in myself for not vetting him properly. When I ended up telling John, he was livid. He wanted every detail about the situation. Little did I know, John told all his coworkers and they immediately opened a case on Russell. For those of you who don't know, the Secret Service also deals with financial/economic crimes, albeit normally on a much larger scale than my savings account. Within a few days, Secret Service agents had tracked down and interrogated/arrested all the individuals who had cashed the fake checks on Russell's behalf. One turned and advised Russell would be at the Dick's Last Resort at the Baltimore Inner Harbor that night. John and his crew changed into plain clothes and went there to wait. Lo and behold, Russell shows up and acts like he owns the place. He started announcing that he was leaving on a deployment to Iraq, so he wanted to buy the entire bar drinks, with my money, I should add. As he was standing there paying for everyone's drinks, John stood up and screamed, "Secret Service, you're under arrest." 3 agents slammed him down, cuffed him, and pulled him out where 2 black SUVs rolled up on the boardwalk to take him away. My other friend who had gone to observe said the entire restaurant paused in stunned silence for about 30 seconds. They take Russell in and by this time John says he's bawling his eyes out. The best part of the ordeal was John made him add in his written confession, "I routinely pretend to be an Army Ranger, but have never served." Before being taken to the city jail, Russell asked John, "Why did the Secret Service arrest me?" To which John replied, "You robbed the wrong guy." The bank ended up giving me all my money back very quickly under a fraud claim. I ended up attending Russell's court appearance with John, where he took a plea and spent 6 months behind bars.